Hey guys, it's Lewis and Rob from Gold Plating Services. We got a piece of plastic. It's plated chrome. We're going to make it gold. Alright guys, for those of you who have been here before or have plated before, you might recognize our ElectroClean surface activator and gold, oh my mistake, chrome stripper. Surface activator and gold solutions. We're using our universal chrome edition and let's get plating. This is a fairly large piece and it'll take a little time to plate. We got a lot of area to cover, and if you want something like this to look nice, you gotta take your time. Now we've done a lot of chrome plating videos before, or plating onto chrome, but we'll mention again, you'll start to notice when the chrome stripper is doing its job, a almost tan, copperish something color that starts to come out as you chrome strip, and that basically just tells you it's working. It's the nickel underneath that's showing through, and that's what you'll be plating on too. Rob just mentioned a fan, and we didn't bring one in, but it's a good idea to do this in a with some air movement. You don't want to be doing this in an enclosed space without any fan or
especially the chrome stripper. The other chemicals aren't really that bad, and it more just kind of like chokes you up, makes you cough a little bit, but literally a little 5-inch fan blowing across fixes the whole thing. The water behaves on the piece. It looks like it's staying wet everywhere that I stripped. You can see where I didn't because the bead's up, and over here it's staying wet. So now we'll move on to the activation phase.
Make sure you rinse heavily before you activate or move on to any of the next steps. You don't want to leave any chrome stripper on there when you activate.
And it should go on very quickly. If it's not going on fast, either your voltage is too low, or alternatively, you may not have stripped the chrome well enough. If you don't strip the chrome, you'll notice it, like if it doesn't seem to throw in one spot. Now, another really important point, and I know we talk about it in all our videos, but I can't emphasize it enough, you leave buffer zones between the areas. So I'm not going to gold plate right up to the edge of where I stripped. If you ever get a line in your gold plating, that's exactly why you got the line, because you pushed it to the limit, right to the edge. So always leave a buffer zone for yourself on there.
Now having a nice Tupperware or something to rinse larger pieces like this off in it's real nice. It also helps when you go to dispose the chemicals. Just kind of makes things a lot easier.
So now what we're gonna do is actually strip into the gold plating and another section. On this section, I'm gonna really keep it a small section because this is actually a customer's piece and I wanna make sure it turns out really well for them. Looks like I may have got a little bit of burning on the gold up there, but that's easy to fix. Get a little bit of baking soda and water, and this piece actually has surprisingly thick chrome. I'm quite surprised. And if you're ever in doubt, just keep stripping it.
That won't ever eat through the nickel or anything?
No, the chrome stripper doesn't affect the nickel at all. It's so, basically the worst thing you can do is to not strip enough. So a common thing I tell people when I'm doing tech support is, as soon as you think you're done, do it again, maybe even again, because you probably missed a spot, especially if you try to do too big of chunks at a time.
What about with the surface activator, that too?
With the activator, that's a great question. With the activator, it's really, a lot of people overdo it. You really want to just get everywhere quickly. Good question. I have some customers who polish after the activator because they actually are burning the nickel. And if you just see how quickly that was, I mean, 1 second per square inch really is all you need. Put it, because I believe I got burning on the last one. I think this gold's a little higher concentrated than usual. See, I'm just gonna stop right there just because I don't want to push it. And surprisingly, doing a lot of little sections, it seems like it takes longer, but it really doesn't, because if you mess up, I'm telling you, fixing mess ups is way more time consuming than just doing it right the first time. The clip out of the way, for one, and for two, have the part running so that all the drip goes down and off the part. I know it seems like common sense, but a lot of people who are first doing it, they hold the part like that and it runs back on themselves.
Back onto already plated.
Yeah, and I mean the chemicals won't hurt anywhere that's already plated, but the activator especially can hurt nickel that's been exposed, like an area you've stripped the chrome and the nickel's exposed. If the activator gets on it and just sits there, it will absolutely create black spots. And so that's the other reason why I'm sure some of you watching have thought, well, why doesn't he just strip the whole emblem and then go back over it? And that's exactly why. On this emblem, you may be able to get away with just stripping the whole thing, then going back and activating and plating little small sections, but it's risky for multiple reasons. If you try and strip the whole thing, you might miss areas. Also, if you get activator on exposed nickel, it will make black spots that you have to polish out. So that's something that unfortunately a lot of people don't take my word on and just try it anyway, and they end up calling me saying, well, you were right. I got black all over in my wheel or whatever. See, and I see up in here the water is breaking quicker than everywhere else, and that's a sure sign that there's still, even though it looks completely stripped, there's a layer of chrome on there still, because it's not always like if you can see the nickel you got it all off. It actually is transparent for a period of time. I'm gonna just put a fairly thin layer over all of it just to get the gold laid down, and then I'll go back over it and cake it on there so that it'll last a long time for this customer. If you do it right, strip the chrome well, and do it with this method, these emblems can stay gold plated for decades. I mean, we have a car of an employee here who the emblems have been plated for literally 25 years and they still look great. Alright guys, the battery died on our camera, so just went ahead and finished it, but you guys got the point anyway. Hopefully you got some good tips from this video. We just wanted to show it to you now that it's done. Turned out beautiful. Hopefully the customer's happy with it. And yeah, thanks for joining us today. Again, Universal Plater Chrome Edition, Chrome Stripper, Activator, 24K Brushed Gold Gel. Kit's an awesome kit. We have probably 1,000 people out there who use it and love it. So go to our website, subscribe, comment, ask us any questions that you have, and thanks for watching.